If there's one thing people can expect out of a Deadpool movie, it's that there are going to be copious jokes at Marvel's expense. Deadpool and Wolverine certainly doesn't disappoint in that department.
I am Marvel Jesus.
But in the threequel, it's clear Wade Wilson doesn't only watch Marvel films, as he also pokes fun at one of the most iconic moments in the Star Trek franchise. In the climactic finale, Deadpool and Wolverine must decide who will make the ultimate sacrifice and destroy the Time Ripper, preventing Cassandra Nova from destroying every universe. Wolverine insists he should be the one to do it, since Wade has friends to go back to while he has no one. But Deadpool pulls a switcheroo at that last second, locking himself in the room while Wolverine pounds on the door. But even as Deadpool marches towards certain death, he still has some jokes up his sleeve, including pressing his hand against the glass in the Vulcan salute, much like what Spock did in the ending of Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
Are you out of your Vulcan mind? No human can tolerate the radiation that's in there.
As you are so fond of observing, Doctor, I am not human.
Spock sacrifices himself because it's the most logical move. Only he could survive in the warp drive room long enough to repair the device and save his friends. Deadpool sacrifices himself for a similar reason, but he displays a much more cavalier attitude toward the whole thing, getting in one last reference before he thinks he's going to die. But how well does the joke work? Here's the thing, Deadpool and Wolverine let you know exactly what kind of movie it is from the jump. It begins with Deadpool literally digging Wolverine's adamantium skeleton out of its grave from Logan, with Wade then using those bones to kill a bunch of Time Variance Authority agents. Deadpool has no problem desecrating one of the most iconic moments in Marvel movie history. So why wouldn't he call to mind an integral moment from Star Trek? It's not just Spock dying that gets fans worked up, but the entire scene played by Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner, culminating in Spock saying his legendary farewell line, summing up his years serving at Kirk's side.
I have been, and always shall be, your friend.
Wrath of Khan director Nicholas Meyer knew he had an impactful moment on his hands. As he told Star Trek magazine, I turned and looked at the cinematographer and he was crying. I looked at various other people on the set who were standing around watching this and they were all weeping. Fans felt the same, and a classic movie moment was born. As such, it only seems fitting Deadpool and Wolverine would put its own spin on it. The joke pretty much writes itself, as Deadpool goes off thinking he's about to die, saying goodbye to Wolverine behind glass. It wouldn't be surprising if audiences thought of Spock's death before Deadpool even does the Vulcan salute. Ultimately, the Star Trek joke in Deadpool and Wolverine works because that's just who Deadpool is. He'll give you sentimentality, a pop culture reference, and a zinger all at the same time. It doesn't come across as disrespectful to Star Trek. It's just Deadpool being Deadpool. Deadpool goes to stop Cassandra's evil plan. Only he's not capable of doing it alone. Fortunately, Wolverine breaks through the door and helps Deadpool save the day, seemingly killing Cassandra in the process, and the audience is made to believe Wade and Logan are atomized. Much like how Wolverine sacrifices himself for the greater good in Logan, it would appear Deadpool finally gets his Logan ending. Of course, anyone who understands Disney's profit motives surely must have known they wouldn't really be dead, and the two come bounding out to say how the Time Ripper would have killed one of them, but together they were able to withstand it. A similar situation happens with Spock, who gets a glorious send-off in Wrath of Khan, but much like Wolverine, he comes right back to life in the follow-up movie. So it goes. In a way, Deadpool's Vulcan salute could have foreshadowed how he wasn't really going to die, allowing the film to have its impactful moment, or quickly undoing it because these characters will undoubtedly return to future Marvel projects.
Disney brought him back. They're gonna make him do this till he's 90.
Honestly, Reynolds may find himself with a similar fate, as Deadpool and Wolverine is expected to rake in a mountain of cash. For Disney, Deadpool and Wolverine have been, and always shall be, giant money makers that will never know the sweet release of death.